Last week I told you this video was going to be controversial, so let's get into it. I produce a full week of content, 2 long-form YouTube videos, 14 YouTube shorts, and a 4,000-word newsletter in about 2 hours of actual hands-on time. Not 2 hours per video, 2 hours total, across the whole week. The rest is AI doing the work in the background while I make coffee. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact 4-step system that makes this possible, including the part most creators get wrong. By the end, you'll either copy this verbatim or you'll feel slightly insulted by how achievable it is.
The reason most creators burn out is not that creating content is hard. It's that they're doing the same 6 tasks every week, manually, with no leverage. Script, voiceover, footage, thumbnail, edit, upload. 6 tasks, 2 videos a week. That's 12 passes through the same boring loop. By month 3, you'd rather poke yourself in the eye than open another blank document. The fix is not to grind harder. The fix is to stop doing any of those 6 tasks by hand. Every single one of them is now solvable by an AI workflow that you set up once and run on a schedule. I want to be clear about what this video is and isn't. It is not use ChatGPT to write your script. That's the surface-level version everyone teaches, and it doesn't actually save you time because the script still has to be edited, recorded, footage gathered, thumbnail made, and uploaded. The real win is when every step of that pipeline is automated, and the script is just one node in a longer chain. Here's what my actual setup produces every week on autopilot. 2 long-form videos, fully assembled with voiceover, B-roll, intro, outro, thumbnail, metadata, and scheduled to publish at the right time on the right day. 14 shorts pulled and recut from those 2 videos, scheduled at twice a day for a full week. 1 newsletter at 4,000 words plus, with the same week's themes woven in. All of it goes out without me touching it once it's queued. 2 hours from blank week to fully scheduled week. Let me show you the 4 steps. Most people plan 1 video at a time. That's the leak. The setup cost of what should I make this week is huge. You sit there, you scroll Twitter, you look at trending topics. An hour goes by. The decision is what's expensive, not the writing. The fix is to plan a quarter ahead in one sitting.
I sat down with Claude one Sunday afternoon and brainstormed 30 video titles, 10 authority videos, 20 teaching videos, all aligned to the channel's audience. I dumped them into a single config file with dates and types attached. Now my Tuesday morning question isn't what should I make, it's the calendar says I'm making video 13 this week. Let's go. This sounds obvious, but almost nobody does it. The calendar.json file is the brain of the whole operation. Every script in my pipeline reads from it. Every status update writes to it. When I publish a video, the calendar.json gets updated with the YouTube ID. When I queue next week's videos, I'm reading from the queue, not inventing. The prompt I use for this with Claude is straightforward. Brainstorm 30 YouTube video titles for a channel about AI automation. Mix authority videos and teaching videos. Make sure the topics build on each other. Claude returns a list. I edit the half I don't love, done in 20 minutes for a whole quarter. The script is not just words to say out loud. The script is the master document that tells the entire pipeline what to do. Look at how mine are written. Every section starts with a tag, avatar for talking head moments, voiceover for narration sections, B-roll for visuals I want pulled from pexels, screen for screen recording cues. The text-to-speech script reads only the spoken parts. The B-roll agent reads only the B-roll and screen cues. The assembler reads timestamps. They all read the same file, but each takes the slice they need. This is the trick that lets everything else stay automatic. If you keep your script in your head and then describe what footage you want to a different system, you've already lost the leverage.
Every cue lives in the script. The script is the contract between you and every downstream tool. I write the script with Claude. I give Claude the title from the calendar, the format, teaching or authority, the target word count, and the channel voice guide. Claude returns a draft with all the cue tags in place. I make the changes I want. Most weeks I keep 80% of the first draft. Cost? About 10 minutes per script. This is the step that turns writing scripts into producing videos. Once the script is saved, I run the pipeline. Step 1. Generate the body voiceover by feeding the script to Google's free Gemini text-to-speech API in 2-minute chunks, about 4 minutes of waiting per video. Output is a clean MP3. Step 2. Generate the intro and outro audio in the same voice, another minute of waiting. Step 3. Run the B-roll agent. It rereads the script, picks out 25 to 40 visual cues, queries the Pexels API for matching free stock footage, and downloads it all. 5 minutes per video. Step 4. Generate 3 thumbnail variants using a text-to-image model. 5 minutes for both videos. Step 5. Run the assembler. It normalizes the B-roll to a standard resolution, applies fade transitions, syncs to the voiceover, glues on the intro and outro, and writes a final MP4. 8 minutes per video. Total wall clock time for the pipeline, about 35 minutes for 2 videos. Total of my hands-on time during it, 0. I start the pipeline and go for a walk. When I come back, the videos are sitting in the output folder. Last step. Now that I have 2 videos, 2 thumbnails, 2 metadata files, and 14 shorts cut from the long videos, I schedule them all in one upload pass. The script reads the calendar, picks up the right metadata for each video, sets the publish time to 8 a.m. Eastern on the right day, attaches the thumbnail, sets the AI disclosure flag, and uploads.
For shorts, twice a day at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. For long form, twice a week. This was the step I almost didn't bother automating because uploading manually only takes 10 minutes per video. But the friction was emotional, not chronological. Scheduled uploads in one pass means I don't even open YouTube during the week. The week's content is filed away. I move on with my life. The total time I touched a keyboard for this week's content from blank to scheduled, about 2 hours, most of which was script editing. The pipeline did the rest. Now I know what some of you are thinking. The quality must be terrible. The footage must be generic. The voice must be robotic. None of that is true anymore, and that's the part most creators haven't caught up to yet. Voice quality on Google's Gemini TTS in 2026 is genuinely indistinguishable from a human voiceover for most listeners. Free Pexel stock footage, when you select with intent, looks better than the lazy stock footage in most YouTube documentaries. AI-generated thumbnails routinely outperform hand-designed ones because the AI doesn't get bored and start cutting corners on Draft 8. The myth that automated content is bad content is a year out of date. It was true at this time last year. It's not true today. What is still true is that the script matters. Garbage script in equals garbage video out. So the 2 hours I spend per week is mostly on the part that actually decides whether the video is good, the writing. Everything below that line is mechanical, and the machines do it better than I would.
If you're a creator and you're spending more than 2 hours of hands-on time per video, you're working in 2024. The whole pipeline is automatable now. Every single step. Voice, footage, thumbnails, assembly, upload, all of it. The order of operations matters though. Plan the quarter, not the week. Make the script the master document. Run the pipeline as one continuous chain instead of switching between tools. Schedule in one pass. If you skip any of those 4, you'll save some time but not the full leverage. The honest version of this video is this. The bottleneck is no longer how fast you can produce content. The bottleneck is how clearly you can think. Whoever has the best ideas and the cleanest script wins. The robots handle the boring parts. They're better at it than we are anyway. If you want me to break down any of these 4 steps in more detail, drop a comment with which one and I'll do a follow-up. Hit subscribe. Thursday, I'm showing you how to build an AI email assistant in 10 minutes that actually drafts replies in your voice. That one might save you more time than this whole pipeline. See you in the next one.